Hey guys, Logan Richardson Season 1, Episode 14 of Bones. Here we go.
Usually Booth handles those people.
What in the world?
Belong to the FBI. Why not? FAA stands for Federal Aviation Administration. The NTSB stands for National Transportation Safety Board. That sounds federal to me. And FBI stands for Federal DAC. It's the third time in a row we've investigated without Booth. I don't like it.
Why? He mostly ignores you.
Ignoring me is Booth's way of acknowledging my presence. It's a guy.
Where is Booth? Whoa. Whoa. What happened?
At approximately 0400 last night, a private jet with 5 passengers on board reported horizontal stabilizer trouble.
We're kind of special. We're elite. We don't sort through just any set of bodies. I apologize if I've offended you. Usually we have an FBI agent who mediates our interpersonal encounters.
We found another skull.
2 skulls. Those pieces are from 2 different skulls.
I'll leave you super elite types to it.
Pilot, co-pilot, brings our count to 6. Fragmented.
Obviously bodies are burned to a crisp. No dermis, very little sun.
Wait, weren't there 5 passengers? And if there's a co-pilot and a pilot, wouldn't that bring it to 7?
Fractures of the lower thoracic and lumbar vertebrae. You think this fragment doesn't belong to the plane crash?
What are the odds?
The crashing plane falling directly on a human being? 1 in 10 million.
The information that I'm about to tell you must not leave this room.
I am philosophically opposed to institutional secrecy in all its forms.
Fine, get out. 2 communist Chinese trade attachés were on that plane when it crashed, both high-ranking party members.
Well, obviously, we shot it down.
The FAA and the NTSB can prove that it was an accident. 5 people.
Dr. Goodman, we found 6 sets of human remains on that airplane.
Not to mention 3 bone fragments which were not on the plane.
This is our only priority.
I disagree.
For the love of God, why?
Because the plane crash was an accident, bone fragments were not.
How do you know?
Cut marks congruent with dismemberment.
People...
Got it? Or you want me to explain again?
Oh, I got it, okay? The plane goes down, Bluey, there's an extra body on board, which you really don't care about because you're more interested in these bone fragments that you found on the ground.
Exactly.
But FBI doesn't have jurisdiction at a golf course.
Well, who does?
I don't know, try the PGA. Uh-huh. You know, you've done a couple of cases without me, and you miss me.
Zach misses you, not me.
Jack and I don't even talk.
He seems to think it's a male bonding ritual.
Maybe he's right.
No, it's not.
Could be.
You told him that so you wouldn't have to talk to him.
Well, it was nicer than shooting him.
Goodman has ordered me to investigate the other
The
extra
chemistry.
body.
Well, then you better get on that. Next time, you know, you miss me, pick up the phone, call me. We'll do lunch or something.
I do not miss you.
Come on.
Hey, Agent Booth, you have a visitor.
No, I don't.
You miss me. You're Jesse King.
You've heard of me?
I haven't.
Jesse here, sort of an expert in missing persons cases.
The other bones, the fragments.
How did you hear about the communist Chinese?
I'm pretty sure that's my dad.
What? What? How? Why? What? It doesn't really make much sense. What's your dad into? Why would he...
He went missing 5 years ago during a trip to his cottage in Virginia Beach.
What makes you think these bone fragments come from your father?
The investigation was bungled. The city police didn't have the manpower, the state trooper said it was a federal matter, and you guys suggested a private investigator.
It was not bungled.
How do you know about that?
No offense, Dr. Brennan, but you're a writer, a well-known scientist. It's out there, plus you're one of us.
One of us?
People whose loved ones have simply vanished. In your case, both parents.
Okay, how do you know about the Chinese? Do not look at Dr. Brennan, okay? Whether you like it or not, this is an issue between you and the FBI.
If body parts are found in roughly the area my father disappeared, I'm going to know about it. Radio chatter, the internet, the local law enforcement. That's all I'm prepared to tell you. These are my notes from the last 5 years. Every lead, every clue, every person I've ever talked with is here. Last known whereabouts, even a connection to the golf course.
Will you help?
Of course.
Well, you know, I guess if you're really asking me, I guess I could, you know, budget with my boss to make it look like it was attached to the Chinese plane crash thing.
We've made some progress on the mystery passenger.
epiphyseal fusion puts her age somewhere between 20 to 25.
So they think it's a
I have a
female.
theory.
Oh, you think she was the in-flight entertainment?
Anything you want to tell us about the bone bits you care about?
Weathering and discoloration suggests these bones have been out there for approximately 5 years.
Huh.
I'm going to ask you guys to help me on this.
You mean after the communist thing?
No, immediately.
I'm in.
You want us to defy Dr. Goodman?
I'm in.
Not defy. Do
I'm
your
in.
jobs, but keep on a secret.
Has anyone noticed that I was the first to offer help and apparently I'm useless?
Not true. You're the one that's going to keep Goodman from finding out.
I'm in.
So the bone fragments are the same sex and age of my father.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so the fragments in the sixth body
I
found
know.
is not.
Sounds like these
the same
might be
thing.
vocal, but on the other hand,
Okay,
you gotta
never
have-
mind.
Both knows that the bone fragments are evidence of foul play. That's all the motivation he needed.
You didn't have to lean on him?
Not at all.
Oh, damn.
Some kind of machine blade.
What, like a jigsaw or a chainsaw?
Are you suggesting one of the Chinese diplomats was wielding a chainsaw?
Circular elliptical segmented. Chainsaws designed to cut soft materials at high speed when cutting hard materials like bone. They create wavy walls by the action of the blade. This pattern is too organized.
Therefore, no Chinese chainsaw massacre scenario.
What has it got to do with the victims of the plane crash?
We not only have to reassemble each of the plane crash victims, but figure out how their remains were scattered.
Not by being cut up, that's for sure.
Now we've eliminated blades.
Oh my god.
Never freeze on me again.
Dr. Goodman's scary.
I'm never trusting any of us again. We're that good at lying, huh?
We're gonna do much better.
That was not that good. That was desperation, but
Well, I have to admit, Jesse Kane's file on his father is both well organized and complete.
Karen Anderson.
No alibi. And since they were living together at the time of the disappearance, she remains in the house and has access to their joint accounts.
How much money are we talking about?
Max Kane, he was a stockbroker. He was worth millions. But, after 7 years missing, the courts will declare him officially dead. Hey, you know what? I don't go poke around your bone stuff. Okay? Just leave the human stuff to me.
Why has Max's disappearance become a matter for the FBI? So this is a pro forma interview?
Yes, absolutely.
Because I know Max's son Jesse accuses me of Max's murder.
Why do you think he suspects you?
And who knows?
Well, some people find it harder than others to get over the loss of a loved one.
Pause.
Jesse got to you, didn't he? Max and Jesse didn't speak for the 2 years before Max disappeared.
oh.
And that was before I came into his life.
What do you think caused the rift?
Max cut Jesse off financially. Max thought Jesse was lazy, running around New York doing nothing with his life, and well, Jesse was furious.
I wonder, could he be coming out and saying all this, that it's his father, to try to cover up himself?
Disappeared midwinter. What about the jagged cut marks?
The victim was frozen, dismembered, and fed into a wood chipper. Spread over a golf course.
We are going to keep doing what we're doing behind Goodman's back.
He loves this. He loves. She hates everything, so.
Yeah, it's true. About 5 years ago, I was enrolled at NYU, and all I really did was go clubbing and have a good time. My father was right to cut me off. I was a disappointment to him.
But, if he could see you now.
I like to think he can see me now.
Your father is dead. A dead person can't see anything.
Maybe that's true. Maybe it isn't.
Really?
What?
It's just that usually you tell me not to tell people.
Well, it can't be worse than some of the things that I've imagined.
The victim was frozen, dismembered, and fed through a wood chipper.
Well, let's just figure out what type of wood chipper was used. We're going to trace it through the manufacturer and see if one was sold in Virginia Beach.
I can't believe someone would do that to my dad. Could I see the bone fragments?
What could he do with the bone fragment? No!
It's hard to believe that this is all that's left of him.
You know,
get anything from 3 small bits of
yeah,
bone.
you're just looking at bone, but like that was a person.
And I realize how hopeless you must feel.
Come with me.
Why does he keep going back to that? He keeps bringing up this like
This is all you have.
random connection.
This is where I work.
This guy's weird.
Hello? Hi, Angela. Montenegro.
He's bonding over a freaking death of parents.
Is it about my father? So it could be him.
Yeah, there's a pretty good chance.
It could. It's a the possibilities are endless.
I was being your wingman.
What's that?
I was rendering assistance and enabling where needed.
You think he might be a suspect?
Pilot and co-pilot were clean. Our 2 Chinese nationals had elevated levels of alcohol and sildenafil, more commonly known as Viagra. And our mystery girl showed traces of alcohol and cocaine.
Oh.
What occupational markers?
That's a foot thing.
She was a fetishist?
Both her cuboid and medial malleolus show signs of wear.
She was hot.
If I could suggest.
Dr. Brennan has been very clear about your priorities on this, sir.
It's like she was trying to
Black man is wood chipper in Virginia Beach.
tell him the truth, and everyone was like, "No."
Manufacturer and trace it back to the town equipment yard.
Let Angela do the escort matching. I have something a lot more interesting for you and Hodgins.
It's more interesting than escorts.
I need you guys to run the dispersal pattern test on the chipper.
Using what medium?
Assume the victim was frozen solid when he fed for the chipper.
No way!
First responsible.
Yes, way.
Yes way.
Ignore Zach.
I love her
He's
so
got some
much.
Special bond.
Yeah, but it works, doesn't it? I'm happy, he's happy.
It's not the truth.
But it works. Grace Barnes would like to have a word with you. FBI Special Agent Booth. Oh no, the other way.
Oh, God, you hit him with the throat jab.
Hey, I didn't do nothing wrong!
Then why are you running? I didn't do anything, but I'm running.
Why is every guy from the Jeffersonian out here?
They're scientists. This is a fascinating scientific inquiry.
Oh my God. They're all out here because you're gonna feed something through this wood chipper.
Not just something.
Ta-da!
Frozen pig!
By comparing the pulverized pig's remains to the fragments we found at the golf course, we'll be able to tell if this is the actual wood chipper the victim was fed through.
Liars. You just want to see what happens when you toss a frozen pig into a wood chipper.
What's the difference?
Okay, what we got here? Breaking in,
He is so
assault,
pissy.
disorderly. Wow. You don't strike me as a golfer, Ray. Hey, how'd you pay for that house you live in, Ray? I mean, that's pretty nice.
You got a hard time sticking to one topic, huh? My mom left me the house. She left it to me and my brother Frank 5 years ago.
5 years ago, Max Kane disappeared. Karen Anderson's boyfriend. So, you know, you can see how my suspicions might be a little aroused.
Yeah, but the thing is, I didn't live in Virginia Beach 5 years ago. I was in Southampton Correctional Center doing 6 months for skipping out on a DUI warrant. Guess I don't need a lawyer, right?
There's no way that wood chipper
He's
was
claiming.
spared.
I'd have fooled you if you'd gone to lunch as planned.
I'll find some administrative ways to punish you. Parking, dining room privileges, budget reviews, that sort of thing. But if it happens again, you don't. You think I'm a kind and fair man. Egoless, balanced, ruled by intelligent reflection. But I do have an ego. I can be vindictive and petty. I will take you down even if it means striking at you through your friends and co-workers.
Oh.
Now you understand.
Oh.
Sparks was in jail when your father disappeared. He might have acted as a go-between, put Karen in touch with the hitman. I came to you about the bone shard, saying it might be Dad.
Hey, look,
Yeah,
your
but you
father
could be
was declared
covering
dead.
yourself
You get your
up.
inheritance before Karen Anderson spends it all.
Look, I'm like you. I need the truth.
Why does he keep going back to that?
I bet the murderer aimed the wood chipper over the stream.
So the evidence would wash away.
Oh.
What's that?
We sent a list to the FBI and they're checking it out.
Oh, well, in that case, you might want to turn your attention back to the bone fragments.
This guy's sketchy.
I came for the file on my parents.
Amazingly,
Wow.
we found a piece of finger with the nail still attached.
It's full of osteoids. Thick. Maybe part of the mandible?
Human. Something odd with the cell structure.
Wood chipper wouldn't do damage at the cellular level.
It's a non-malignant bone tumor. I need the most recent bone scans from Max Kane's medical records.
The locals just arrested Jesse Kane for attacking Karen Anderson.
Local sheriff says that Jesse showed up at Karen's house from in front of her. He was ranting about the murder of his dad, and he tried to throw him out. The two of them then exchanged punches. The fact that Jesse confronted him doesn't mean that he isn't the killer.
I know. Do you think Jesse murdered his father?
No, Bones, all I'm saying is we get into these things, we look into murders, we can't let our heartstrings that get all plucked, okay? We gotta poke at people's wounds, we're gonna make them bleed a little, we gotta make them
Make 'em bleed a
they
little.
normally wouldn't want to tell us, okay? We gotta be willing to be hard on them, is what I'm trying to say. Even
Fair
when we
enough.
know that we're no different than them.
Bone fragments at the golf course? They didn't come from Max Kane.
That's great. You knew that when you asked me what I thought. That's not my instincts, Bones.
Poking and prodding.
So it's not
I
just
learned
Dad.
from the best. The x-rays were taken 2 months before he disappeared.
Yeah, that's not.
It's a slow-growing tumor. It would have taken years to get to the size and density that we found. I'm
Damn.
sorry, Jesse.
That's.
For what?
Damn.
If the bones don't belong to Max
Thought he
Kane,
was
who's
close.
the head guy?
What about our guy thing? If you're speaking to me, then does this mean I'm not on the team?
Zach, let's concentrate on the work.
Pertinence.
Pertinence.
The victim died, we don't know how. He was then frozen, dismembered with a hydrocarving knife, and pushed through a Black Menace 1200 wood chipper.
The exact wood chipper you fed the frozen pig through.
The exact wood chipper that Ray Sparks had access to.
Well, who else would Ray Sparks have motive to kill?
The victim is a middle-aged male.
His brother.
What motive?
They both inherited the house. Polyurethane is a common insulating liner in freezers.
Oh my god, he could have gone
He
to.
was scratching to get out.
He was frozen in the thing, and he went to prison. Then he came back and fed it through a wood chipper.
Detectives picked up. That's a fingernail.
Ew. He put his brother in a freezer and got arrested.
Hey,
Dumbass.
Who's got you out? I never thought about it that way until I met you.
You gonna start looking now?
How'd Jesse take it?
Like an orphan.
That's a little poetic.
I didn't mean it that way.
Like an orphan.
No one asked you a favor.
Jeez. File on your parents? Yeah, okay.
You want to think about it? It's a pretty big favor.
You'd do it for me.
Yeah, I would. Go back to ignoring Zach.
Alright, look, I know you don't approve, but, you know, it works for us. It worked for him, so
Yeah, I get it. And it's kind of sweet.
Hey, your people are my people.
But I have people. Hey. I have people.
we find something. I'm really interested in, like, that story, and I know there's gotta be a solution to it somewhere down the road. Whether it's this season or, like, a couple seasons from now. Maybe they just find, like, 2 random bodies and she's like, oh my god, those are my parents. Like, there's gotta be a moment. Is it gonna be? When is it gonna be is the question. We got some time left in this season. Not much time, but we got some time. So, like the video, comment down below, subscribe if you have not already. I will see y'all next time.